Hey, just want to take a few minutes and share with you some takeaways from our September meetings from a location that I've never been in, and that is Japan. We're here to visit our oldest son, Caleb, who is studying the language so that ultimately he can communicate the gospel in the Japanese language to so many who don't know of Jesus. Less than 1% of Japanese actually go to any type of church. So 99% are really open to maybe hearing the gospel for the first time. So we're here. I thought I'd just share a few takeaways. And we really focused in our meeting on strategic planning, but honing in on our mission, vision, and values, and asking members, can you write them down from memory? Honestly, many of them couldn't. Then as they thought about it, they thought some of this stuff is a little bit too much. We need to kind of condense it down to a memorable form. And why that's important is your employees, when they hear about your vision, it's like binoculars that you give them for them to be able to see where you're going in an organization. What's it look like? What's success look like? Your mission is more like a magnifying glass where you're looking at your daily activities, interactions with each other and clients, and saying, are we on mission doing what we do best and what our clients expect from us? Whereas your values really is the framework that you give them to make decisions. And that's important. If you want to get freed up from everybody lining up at your door and asking you questions, the key is to give them a framework to make decisions. And why that is important going into October is because we're going to talk a lot about change management, because when you're in strategic planning mode, you're trying to create initiatives for the next year, and those initiatives are in themselves change. You're initiating something new. It could be a goal in sales, it could be an operational thing, it could be implementing a new CRM. All those things, people resist change, as you well know. However, we can coach people through that change process, which we're going to go through the Bridges transition model that talks a lot about what we should expect as we're leading our organization with change. And honestly, you may be watching this and thinking, maybe it's time for me to change. I really am kind of stuck in a rut. And as my pastor said, the only difference between a rut and a grave is the length and the depth. And so if you're looking to change your life and transform your life by the power of God, I'd encourage you to consider C12 as we've seen God transform leaders and their organizations for His glory. God bless.